Cory, Sam Bankman-Fried just, a year ago was talking about buying Goldman Sachs. He viewed himself as this just enormous, greater than God, greater than any financial system kind of person. Should any of us be surprised if we'd actually listened to what the guy said?
In my view, no, because I was never fooled by it. I always thought it was just PR. And I thought if you looked at his actual actions and the things that he was doing, it was very clear that it was all just self-serving and kind of just not much different from another operator in the crypto casino space. So this is the world of non-Bitcoin crypto with all of these altcoins, and it's mostly focused on gambling rather than sort of what goes on with Bitcoin, which is people thinking that, hey, this looks like it could become a global reserve asset. Let me buy some before the number goes up too high.
Well, and we've seen Bitcoin sort of crash down with it in a pretty significant way. Interestingly enough, you say if you listen to him, just 6 weeks ago, he was interviewed on CNBC. Take a listen.
It's not going to be good for anyone long term if we have real pain, if we have like real blowouts, and it's not fair to customers, and it's not going to be good for regulation. It's not going to be good for anything. And so, from a longer term perspective, it's just that was what was important.
The irony of that is pretty rich. But you think about what he was able to do. FTX celebrity partnerships, Tom Brady, Giselle, Steph Curry, Aaron Jones, Trevor Lawrence, sports partnerships, Golden State Warriors, MLB, TSM for esports. I mean, explain to us what this guy was able to put together, sort of the fraud he was able to create, and what that means. I'm sure you've got friends who are out an enormous amount of money.
Yeah, so I know some of the crypto fund managers that unfortunately rather irresponsibly left large chunks of their portfolios on FTX. One looks like it got blown out completely. Another one lost about 40% of their funds. I have nothing to do with that. I'm based in Los Angeles. I run a Bitcoin-only financial services company that doesn't mess with any of this crypto trading stuff. And frankly, I've been on a warpath the entire year with features in New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Barron's, CNBC, et cetera, separating the world of Bitcoin from non-Bitcoin crypto, quote unquote, which is not decentralized and is basically just full of a lot of this gambling and trading and Ponzi scheming. So that extended to myself and whoever else I could marshal going to the agencies here in Hollywood and explaining that they were going to have egg on their faces if they cut deals with these crypto casinos, the Crypto.com arena, the FTX arena, all of these celebrities shilling those NFTs before they collapsed and going on late night talk shows. So, we've been the clearest voice. We're just looking to continue to develop and have a bigger megaphone and get more people to understand the long con that is the crypto space.
Yeah, in the same way, a lot of sort of normal everyday Americans got hurt in the Lehman Brothers crash. And there's certainly a lot of really normal everyday Americans got hurt in the Bernie Madoff scheme. It wasn't just all millionaires. There's a lot of just normal folks who are going to get crushed in this, that had some investments, had some Bitcoin or whatever. They kept it in FTX, and there you go. How much do you think Sam Bankman-Fried's image revolved around becoming this sort of larger-than-life political figure, donated to President Biden's campaign, Cory Booker, Tina Smith, Dick Durbin, Christian Gillibrand, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Abigail Spanberger, the guy who just won in Florida, Maxwell Frost. Was he buying protection?
Yeah, so he was. What the game afoot for FTX, for Coinbase, for Andreessen Horowitz, the venture firm up in Silicon Valley, for Paradigm, which is the other largest fund that was started by the other co-founder of Coinbase, Fred Ehrsam. Their game has been for a while to buy enough influence in DC to wrest oversight of the world of crypto, non-Bitcoin crypto, from the SEC and place it under the CFTC, with the quid pro quo being that they would agree to very large fees to be regulated by the CFTC, and therefore all the CFTC folks would get much, much more power and money. So that's been essentially what they've been trying to pull off. They put Sam Bankman-Fried, or as we call him in the Bitcoin space, scam, bankster, fraud. They put him at the front of that, sent him with all his MIT credentials and connections and Stanford law professor parents that run lobbying groups and things, and being the second biggest donor to the Biden campaign, they sent him to DC to be the forefront of this, and that is going to be their undoing.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.